Hello everyone, we have Tom with us now. He is an American staff member. I know it's a bit irrelevant that he's American, but I'm just very interested that he's American. Anyways, so can you tell us a bit about your journey from Ohio to today?
Sure. So I was working. Actually, it's somewhat of a personal journey, as my wife is from Liverpool. And when we were negotiating who was going to move, she's been with the NHS for, now it would have been 30 years, and then it was 15 years. And it just made more sense. The company I worked for an entrepreneurship association. And as we were negotiating, Sarah and I, who was going to move, the company said, look, if you end up moving, we have work we're not doing. And so you can go to the UK, set up a company, and we'll be your first client, and you can kind of take, and it was an entrepreneurship programming. And that's really kind of when I started working with, I worked with entrepreneurship programs in the United States, but then I started moving and doing other projects. So I went to, the first one was in Malaysia, and then China, and then Middle East, did a lot of work in the Middle East.
Whereabouts?
Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and so that was in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Ras Al Khaimah. And then Iraq. So I was in northern Iraq, in Kurdistan, in Palestine, in the West Bank. So we ran a program for 2 years.
I love you for saying that, thank you.
What?
The Palestine.
Yeah, it was West Bank. And then Gaza, I couldn't go in because it's not easy for Americans to get in there. And this was before the war. Okay. But supported programs. And the last thing I did in Palestine was the last year, at the end of last year, and it was all remote, but it was universities in the West Bank, in, where were they? Ramallah, Bethlehem, a nice university in Bethlehem, and a program for women in Hebron, I think, and one in Nazareth. And it was their university programs like ours. And so we're kind of talking back and forth on how they can coach clients. Yeah, it was good. A lot of agriculture stuff, but I'd done research on the West Bank and how entrepreneurs can move goods in and out, and it's impossible, really. It goes through Jordan, there's one bridge, and then kind of built that into a program. That was good. So that was the last thing I did before I joined John Moore's and came here.
Did you pick up any language from the countries you went to?
I know Salam Alaikum, that's it. Alaikum Salam, and Iraq, obviously, that was in Kurdistan, so that was all Kurdish. Yeah. Though they all spoke Arabic too. At the time, my business partner, Omar, is Egyptian. I think Omar is a pretty common Egyptian name. There's a lot of Omars. Omar in Egypt is what, like a...
Omar and Mohammed.
Yeah, Muhammad and...
The whole time that you...
Yeah, he's Omar Hassan. Anyway, because he spoke Arabic, it made it a little bit easier for us. Yeah. So, it was great. It was a great job. I loved it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're definitely well-traveled. That's what you're saying from, all of this, right? The work with Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Palestine. So would you say the Startup Hub has any collaboration,
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to. So we were talking about international students. The challenge international students have, it's really unfortunate, is that they can't start a business on their student visa. And when you look at entrepreneurship in general, immigrants start a lot of businesses. This is kind of the nature of immigration. Definitely. And in the United States, it's absolutely true. About 50% of companies that get funded by venture capital are started by at least one immigrant founder. And, my coming here is I wouldn't call it an immigration story, but I started a business as soon as I got here. Yeah. And it's funny because I felt really like I have to tell people, I started a business, all my trades overseas. I didn't take anybody's job. I brought a new job. But my grandparents emigrated to the United States, and it has been about 100 years, and they started a business. My grandfather, they're from Sicily. Okay. So there's this real trend. And in fact, when you go to meetups here for startups, it's all the international students that are going to it. And so we would triple the amount of startups we had if international students could start a business. I think it's really, really unfortunate and not great. It's not great. But often they'll say, look, I'm going to move home. I'm just here for the degree. Will you help me? And to the degree we can, we will. In fact, a student came in from Algeria yesterday. And I've worked with programs in Algeria before. I wasn't in Algeria, I was in Jordan, in Amman. But I still have friends there. And particularly for the students from the MENA region, from North Africa, from the GCC, I have quite a few contacts there. So if they want to start a business in Dubai, yeah, great. I can introduce them to my friends. And that really does at least gets them in the door talking to somebody.
Yeah.
It's important that they do talk to somebody there because the markets are really different. And like I know people in Algeria, but I don't really know what it's like to trade in Algeria.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How did you come to get this job at John Moores?
It's funny because I wasn't really looking. And I think it's always a good time to apply for a job when you're not looking because if you don't get it, you don't care. Yeah. When you need a job, and I've done that before too, you need a job and you don't get it, you're like, oh my God, that's terrible. But yeah, I applied.
That's good. I've heard about the Batcades Boost Award that the Startup Club does.
So we have a £500 grant for students that start a business it has to be based in the LCR, that's the only thing, but any kind of business. And we want somebody who's getting either close to trading or trading. And it's for students in either in uni or have just graduated.
Okay.
And they can't be trading a lot. Like had a person sit down, asked about it. I'm like, you're trading, yeah. How much are you making? Say, what's your trade a month? About 30,000 pounds. Like, a little too high, right? Like 500 pounds. What is it going to do for you? You can buy a computer with that, but that's about it. So, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. And we've funded a few businesses, and it's really kind of across all over the map. There's a student who's a poet. He's great, named Joseph Roberts from here. Are any of you Liverpool fans? You Liverpool fan? You red, blue? Don't care.
Don't really care, no.
You're wise. I don't like it. Anybody else?
Only reason would be because Mo Salah, so he's pretty famous. So.
Tell you what, dropping there from Liverpool in Egypt was like,
true.
Oh yeah, that's the one. But everywhere, he was popular. Really popular stuff. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so Liverpool. There's a special on Amazon Prime called "From Doubters to Believers" about Jurgen Klopp, and it starts with Joseph reading a poem that he wrote specifically for the thing. It's really nailed it. So that's an example. We have another founder, Mia Perry, who is running football school for girls 8 to 16. She's doing great, and we funded her. We have a sports agent we funded. We have some designers we funded. So it's really everything. It's typical stuff that John Moore students do. They do a lot of services. They do a lot of artistic stuff, creative stuff, and we'll fund them. Working with a T-shirt company right now.
Okay.
Not much we won't fund. If you come and say, look, we want to start a vape store, we're not going to fund your vape store. Yeah. That's something we do. You want to do a crypto exchange, we're not going to fund your crypto exchange, but we'll do other stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
That's amazing.
Heard you're a musician.
I was.
Oh.
I studied music as an undergrad.
Oh, what music? What instrument, sorry?
So I was a French horn major. It's round, actually about this big, like you kind of hold it a lot. And it's a brass instrument and orchestras mainly,
okay.
And but what you just said is really important because nobody ever asks you at a party to hey, bring the French horn because we really want to hear that. That'll be a lot of fun. You will really lighten things up. So, but yeah, I thought I'd play in orchestras, but I wasn't very good. Like,
I mean, at least
nobody needs a mediocre French horn player. I can tell you. Ended my career.
Oh, bless. Piano. Must be good.
I know you can sing though, innit?
Yeah.
You can sing?
She can.
Yeah,
Nice.
I used to play the piano.
I used to play the piano too.
Yeah.
We've got a little band here.
You could be
I'll
a
learn
band.
to play the
the
flute and then we'll just make a little band, innit?
Flute, singer, piano.
The guitar?
Beats. She's good at DJing. She's gonna mix up.
Really?
Producer,
This is a really eclectic band.
I know, right?
We could be on Jules Holland. We'd be the kind of band that would be on Jules Holland.
You can sing Rihanna songs. So.
You can sing Rihanna songs.
No.
Hey,
You can sing Rihanna songs.
When was I dragged into this? Joy, that's you. She's a singer, not me.
I sing one no Rihanna songs. I don't know. Sorry.
Go on.
Be a Rihanna cover.
She's
band.
lying. She was singing "Na Na Na Come On" before.
This-
Nah.
This is the best conversation I've ever had.
Oh.
I want to be in this band.
Yeah, so I'll submit my, music. So I get
What kind of music do you listen
£500.
I listened to a lot of jazz from the 1950s and
Okay.
1960s, and I listened to a lot of, I guess maybe neo soul, or neo soul, neo R&B from the 90s, 2000s.
I don't know what that is.
I love Erykah Badu.
Huh?
I think she's one of the greatest American musicians of all time. She is crazy. Like, I don't want to take financial advice from Erykah Badu, but I love her music. I love D'Angelo, Maxwell. You've got to know this
Do you know
band.
who people are?
I don't know who they
Yeah.
are.
Do you know?
Sounds, I'm an oldie, but I don't know this.
Oh, you
I
should.
love
Well,
all these songs as well, but I'm more into like Elton John,
so
ABBA,
listen to
bit of Mariah Carey.
Baduism, which is Erykah Badu's first album. It
Oh.
is a great album.
Okay.
And anything by Maxwell. My wife loves Maxwell. Like, she would leave me for Maxwell. That's how much she loves him. And yeah, it's kind of a, what would you call that era? Sorry, I'm looking off camera. Aren't I?
Yeah.
Soul jazz.
Yeah, I call it neo soul. It's kind of not quite blue-eyed soul like you got up here, but really kind of this era that was of these 90s singers kind of singing like 70s soul R&B artists from the United
Okay.
States.
Okay.
I do like a bit of R&B.
Yeah, you would love these bands. Yeah.
R&B is really nice.
Yeah.
Do you like ABBA?
Not really.
No,
Not particularly.
you've let me down.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's-
We
you
can,
like
still,
ABBA?
can we be friends though?
Of course, absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Fair enough. So,
What advice I give to a student starting a business? It's really, it's a lot easier to do something that you love,
Mm.
but it's also really hard to do something you love too, because we were talking about this earlier actually. Doing something you love is great, but if you can't turn it into a business, it's hard to give up.
Definitely.
Right. And
Yeah.
so a lot like we were talking about what I thought an entrepreneur was. An entrepreneur falls in love with their idea
Yeah.
until they fall out of love with it, but they're willing to fall out of love with it and move to something else when
Yeah.
they've decided that idea is not going to get them to where they want to go, whether they want to be rich or change the world or whatever it is. So if you start with something you're really passionate, because you have to be, because when you start a business, it's your life. Like it
Definitely,
really.
yeah.
I ran my company
passion
from
isn't there, you'll-
2009 to 21,
oh,
and it's what I did all the time. And the big difference in my life now is I get time off. I never got time off when I was running a business,
Mm.
but I loved it. It was okay because every day you got up and you thought, "Oh, this is a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Someone paying me to do this. This is pretty cool."
that's
So that's
cool.
my advice. And then come see us and work with us. Our relationship with students is more of a partnership than a professorship. We want to see
That's
the
great,
business
though.
be successful,
That's perfect.
and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a really good job.
Sounds
actually.
like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here,
My
Tom.
pleasure.
It was a pleasure having you and
Um,
everyone
when
watching.
are we rehearsing? Is like, are we going to clear out this room? Did you bring the flutes?
Yeah, for the French
Yeah.
Oh,
horn.
I don't know where I'm going to get a French horn.
Yeah.
This Friday,
All right.
this Friday, 2 p.m.
Yeah,
Alright.
we'll see.
And we're going to do Rihanna, right? That's we are.
Yeah,
Rihanna.
of course.
Rihanna, so.
This is
Get
so
away.
cool.
I'm making my.
I
Never
love
mind.
this.
For everyone watching, please do stop at the Startup Pub if you have any business ideas,
Yeah.
and don't forget to say hi to Tom on your way over there.
Yes,
Yeah.
please
so
come
much.
see us.
Peace.
Ask him about his French horn.
Bye.